In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, B-Wop tells the stories under the bright lights. In the silence of the night.
What's going on? What's going on, family? How y'all doing out there? You watching Sports Talk with B-Watts on a Wednesday evening. Hey, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to Sports Talk with B-Watts. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And also, if you don't mind, share the video with somebody. Share this video on one of your platforms, if you don't mind. Can I get 5 people right now to share this video on your platform? And also, if you'd like to continue to support the broadcast in any kind of way through Super Chat or Cash App or just by joining the membership, I would highly appreciate it. Anything that you do to help this broadcast to continue to grow. Small broadcast, but God is trying to take it somewhere. Yeah, it's trying to take it to the top where we belong. All right. Can't get there without y'all, though. No, sir. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Just want to let you know how much I appreciate each one of you for everything that you did for Sports Talk with B-Watts. Your presence alone is enough for me. Yes, it is. All right. Tonight, I want to talk about predicting Shedeur Sanders will be the Cleveland Browns QB1. The question I have, chat, is when? Will it be the first game? Will it be the second game, third, fourth, fifth? Or will it be next year? Or will he get traded? Or will he get cut? Everything is up in the air. We just don't know. The Cleveland Browns haven't told us what are their plans for Shedeur Sanders in their organization. We haven't heard from the owner, general manager, and every time you hear from the head coach, it looked like he's telling a lie, because actions speak louder than words. As my grandmama say, action speak louder than words. Don't tell me how you feel about me. Show me how you feel about me. Cleveland Browns, if you really feel that Shedeur Sanders is your franchise quarterback, show us what you got. Jay-Z and Kanye West sang a song that say, hey, show me what you got. Hey, show me what you got. Yeah, you got to show us how you really feel about Shedeur Sanders being a franchise quarterback. So far, you said some things in the press conference, but you showing us he really don't even matter. You put him on the bottom of the field by himself. By himself. You didn't let him run against the number one defense, and you didn't let him showcase his talent with the number one offense, for as we concerned. Now, behind the scenes, I don't know. I don't know what Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, now did. I don't know what the general manager have came up with Shedeur. But like my grandmama say, if you care about me, show me. Show me. Maybe Shedeur has been shown, and that's why he haven't said anything about it. But for as my eye test, he hasn't been shown no love. He just haven't. When you look at the whole totality of this whole situation, Shedeur has been getting the bottom of the barrel ever since the draft. Ever since they've been lying on him, they've been trying to chop him down. Ever since Coach Prime went out there and said, "Hey, I really want to dictate where my son go," they've been chopping at Shedeur every time. Coach Prime said, "If the Mannings can do it, why can't he?" And the NFL heard that. They heard it. The reason why you can't do it, Coach Prime, because the color of your skin. That they just didn't come out and tell you that. They showed you that. And matter of fact, while talking about the draft, it's hard to move on from the draft, family. It's just hard to move on from that draft. It's hard to move on because when you look at that draft, the key things that I looked at, I'm not worried about what round he went in. I'm just glad he got picked. I'm not worried about the other stuff. The thing about the draft is, since I'm a ex-law enforcement officer, it was the prank call that was done to Shedeur. You remember the prank call from the Atlanta Falcons, assistant head coach, offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, whoever he was, had an iPad at home, family, and his son from college came home, thought it was funny to just go through there and grab that iPad that belonged to the Atlanta Falcons and decide he can go through there and just look. Out of all of the names and all of the players, he decided to prank call Shedeur Sanders. A prank call during the draft. Once again, I'm not too hung up on where he got drafted, who he went drafted to. I'm hung up really as an ex-officer. I'm looking at this thing, law enforcement officer. I'm looking at he really did create a crime. He created a crime. I'm just trying to tell y'all, he committed a crime and admitted he did. Well, Big Watts, what kind of crime did he commit? He breached security. Yeah. Anytime you go in somebody's personal stuff that don't belong to you, and you get all their information, where they live, what state they is. I'm sure the social security number was in there, his telephone number in there, and had the nerves to call this dude and fake that you was a such and such a team and tell him you were going to draft him in the upcoming NFL draft. Now, the NFL, the big boys, they had the information that he did that. And you know what the fine was? Yeah, me and the Shaft, I ate breakfast with the Shaft today, and we talked about this thing. He said, that was a breach of security, Mr. Watt. I said, who you telling? And the NFL just let it went on by. Only thing you got to do, get up there and make a press conference and tell them you did it and say you sorry, and we're going to move on, and we're going to pat you on the hand with $100,000 fine. A $8 billion team with a $100,000 fine. A breach of security. I tell you what, in your state, if you get charged with breach of security, you tell me how much time you're going to do. You go out there and try to pull that off. I'm just trying to tell you, family. I'm just trying to tell y'all, family, that the whole draft, when you look at it, that's the part. That's the part that do something to me. Yeah. He thought it was funny enough, Miss Crystal Wise Williams, FD, Sweet Pea, Miss Harris, Sis, J.A., Val C, Wayne Hood, Blessing Budget, Elijah Watson, Miss Phyllis Smith. He thought it was funny enough that I'm gonna pull a trick on Shedeur by going in private information. DJH, I love CC, Calvin Shepard, and call Shedeur and make like I'm an NFL team, and we're gonna tell him we're gonna draft him next. Tim Eyes. And they thought that was funny. Simply say, they thought that was funny enough. And he got away with it. He went on about to college, telling his friends, yeah, I tricked Shedeur. I'm the one who did that, Kenny Wilson. I'm the one who did that, Miss Crawford. I'm the one who did that, Miss Harris, Diane Brown. Yeah. And making a joke out of Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. Yeah. They made a joke out of that. That's what bothered me out of all the things in my profession that I used to work. Yeah, that prank call. They only got fined a $100,000 fine. He did. And the team got, I think it was reported that $250,000. You know, the owner, he wrote that check out and went on by that, Arthur Blank. He didn't care about that. He did not care anything about that. So I got a question, y'all. I said I'm going to talk to y'all tonight. I'm going to talk to y'all tonight. RD, what's going on? I'm going to talk to y'all tonight. All right? Let me see what the question I got for y'all. Here we go right here. Let's bring you one of these. I got 3 questions I'm going to bring to y'all tonight. All right? There go first question right there. What it's like killing me, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Either I need to grow some hair. I got to hurry up and get to the store. Who will be the Cleveland Browns opening day quarterback starter? Who will be the starter? We got to put our feelings behind. I'm live on. I'm doing my show right now.
Call me. It's very important. When you get through, it's very important.
All right. Like I say, it is what it is, family. But check this out. I want Shedeur to be the starter. I think he's the best quarterback on this team. Now, I don't know. I really don't know if Cleveland gonna do the right thing. I really don't know. I know my dog, G. Bush, who I respect highly, who I listen to, and whenever I want some tea leaves or what's going on, I can shoot him a text or email. He'll respond. Right? He telling me Shedeur is going into training camp as the number 2 quarterback on the depth chart. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel is fighting to see who's going to be the 3rd quarterback on the depth chart because he's saying and thinking that Joe Flacco going to be the starting quarterback. Y'all, that's just hard for me to believe. Family. Y'all know I rock with you, don't you? Huh? Y'all know I rock with y'all. Now, I think y'all rock with me too because you don't prove me. You will never send me no super chat. You would have never joined the membership. You would have never cashed out me if you didn't believe in me or like me. Right? Yeah. I like G. Bush. Matter of fact, I'm going to get him back. He told me, boy, we got to do it again. Matter of fact, I want him back on do a ladies night. I don't want to be no part of it. I just want to be the executive producer and have about 3 ladies up there talking to him. Let y'all just go at him. But check this out. It's just hard for me, RD, FD, from what I done seen for 2 weeks, when Shedeur haven't even ran with the number 1 offense. I'm sure Kimberly Nash Williams is having a field day in the chat because I ain't looking at it. If she in here, it's just hard for me to believe that Shedeur gonna go into training camp, as a number 2 quarterback when we haven't seen him, Mr. Miami. We haven't seen him run with the number 1 offense. We don't see all kind of stats they don't put up, which I don't believe. Once again, they said that Dylan Gabriel was throwing touchdown. I haven't seen a video yet. They said Kenny Pickett was throwing touchdown passes. They had him at 7 or 8. I haven't seen a video of him throwing no touchdown pass. Only touchdown pass I done seen is from Shedeur Sanders. And I'm sure they cheated him on a few of them. I'm sure they did. This from ESPN Cleveland. But I always go back and listen to the players who done played in the NFL because they know the game. They know how training camp go. They know how rookie mini camp go. They know how OTAs go. That's why I listen to Ryan Clark. That's why I listen to Cam Newton. That's why I listen to the faculty. When you see those guys up there, James Jones, because he played with Brett Favre. He played with Aaron Rodgers when he was a bona fide, straight out dog, number 1 wide receiver. He know the game. They know the game. And they saying it. They saying some things that they know Shedeur is the best quarterback on the team. They know that. But they keep harping on this 4 quarterbacks getting reps. Yeah. That's what they talking about, Wayne Hood. How can you afford to give 4 quarterbacks reps during training camp? How can you and say it's going to be an equal quarterback battle? RD. I'm just saying. I love CC. How can it be a fair quarterback competition when you got 4 quarterbacks on the roster and you trying to get them reps with the number 1 offense? And also, SB, you got to find out who's going to be the backup quarterback. Yeah. It's June. It's June. They go back in July the 18th. That means they got a half of a month, and then they got to switch over into August. They got a game coming up. When you got a number 1 wide receiver in Jerry Jeudy, when you got you trying to find out who gonna be your number 2 wide receiver, who gonna be the tight end, what kind of offense. Somebody got to get used to the quarterback they're gonna be throwing on the ball. But you got 4 quarterbacks. 4. Cleveland Brown. You traded for Kenny Pickett, a 5th round draft pick. To me, when you trade a 5th round draft pick, that's letting me know that's the equal to Shedeur Sanders. He's a 5th round draft pick. It's the same equal to Shedeur Sanders, Kenny Pickett. So why do most people who I'm listening to is keep saying Kenny Pickett is coming in the camp as the number 1 quarterback? He got the same value. He got the same name on him, a 5th round draft pick, because that's what they traded for. They traded a 5th round draft pick for Kenny Pickett. Shedeur Sanders was picked in the 5th round. Same value, Wayne Hood. Same value, SB. Same value. 5th round. Joe Flacco was on the street. He played there in 2023. 5 games, they went 4-1. If he did so good, why did they just then re-sign him if he went 4-1? He's 41 years old. Soon will be 42. Tell it like it is. Why they didn't just resign him? They didn't have no quarterback. Deshaun Watson was injured. They went 3-14. 3-14, family. Why they just didn't go ahead and sign Joe Flacco? If he was that good, if they really believed in him, like they said they did, why they just didn't go sign him first instead of trading a 5th round draft pick for Kenny Pickett, a player that the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't want, a quarterback that the Philadelphia Eagles did not want, family. I'm just trying to tell y'all, this thing just smelled like a rat, as my grandmother would say. This whole situation that smelled it. Man, I just can't put my hand on. I'm trying to every day to figure this thing out. But don't nobody know. Don't nobody know. Or somebody know, but they just won't say it. Pick it. Pick it. I'm gonna come back to y'all, answer y'all question. Because I said I was gonna make this night about y'all. I got to get this off my chest. Yahoo Sports said Pickett bagged up Jalen Hurts last season, appearing in 5 games during a Super Bowl run. He completed 25 or 42 passes. Once again, he's standing around that 50% passing rate. Almost 60, but almost don't get it. A 59%, while recording only 291 yards through the air. 91 yards through the air. In 5 games, family. Shedeur can do that in the first half. Let me say that one more time. Shedeur can put those numbers up in the first half. In the first half of a game. And it took him 5. It took him 5 games to do that. And he only threw 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. But they keep trying to push Kenny Pickett down B. Watt's throat. They keep trying to push him down my throat that he coming in the camp. And they target him to be their number 1 quarterback. I just find that hard to believe. Pickett has to beat out still strong arm Flacco. It's Yahoo Sports, family. He still got to beat out. They emphasize strong arm Joe Flacco. Well, what about his legs? Can he get away from a defensive tiger? A defensive tiger in the NFL just as fast as a tight end, just as fast as a running back. They can run a 4.5 and a 40. Joe Flacco 41, soon will be 42. But they emphasize his strong arm. Miss me with that. And then they went on to say a 2024 Heisman Trophy finalist in Dylan Gabriel. Heisman Trophy finalist. He was so far from winning that Heisman Trophy. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. He done played 6 years in college. 6 years. 6 years. UCF, Oklahoma, and Oregon. 6 years. But they're going to say he's a Heisman Trophy finalist. That was Shedeur Sanders' spot. And they know that. They know that was Shedeur Sanders' spot that he got. Miss me with that. And then at the end, they're going to put last year Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year in Shedeur Sanders. But they forgot to mention, yeah, you already know the other award that he got. Only thing I'm just trying to say, family, is that Shedeur Sanders is fighting a uphill battle. It ain't got nothing to do with football on the field. It just not. It don't. It don't have nothing about his performance on the football field, because he don't prove to us, according to ESPN Cleveland, that he's more accurate than anybody. He proved that in college. He was a 74% in completion quarterback in college at Colorado. Then he just in OTAs and minicamp at 77%. So, once again, what is Cleveland Browns' goal with 4 quarterbacks on the roster? Are they going to cut anybody? Are they going to release anybody in that quarterback room? Many people are saying it's a possibility they're going to take 4 quarterbacks into the season. 4 quarterbacks. Training camp is coming up once again. How they going to divide the reps? Who going to decide who going to get the reps? Who going to do that, family? Who going to decide that? Who going to get them reps? And where does Shedeur Sanders, where does he stand at? Where he going to be at in the rep? That's what I want to know, and I can't wait to find out. And you can't hide it no more. Man, the media is there. It's finna be there. It's finna be there, family. But once again, I say, who will be the Cleveland Browns opening day quarterback? A lot of people saying it ain't a good thing for Shedeur to start, because if he start and the team ain't that good and they go mess around and go 1-5, they're going to take Shedeur out and just to see what Dylan Gabriel can do. Man, I started looking at that thing, but I still think Shedeur Sanders at quarterback, they won't go 1-5. I know it's a brutal starting schedule they have. I get that. But then when the Shaft told me, he said, Mr. Watts, let me tell you this. This is what he said. The Shaft say, the reason why Shedeur need to go last because you need to find out what the Cleveland Browns have on their team without Shedeur. So I said, okay. That making sense. That making sense to him because he telling me that I guess since he's the Shaft, he got the badge on, got a pistol on his side. I just say, okay, okay, Shaft. He said, reason Shedeur, he didn't say Shedeur need to be number 2 nor 3. He said Shedeur need to be the 4th quarterback. I said, dog. He said, I'm not saying he's the 4th best quarterback on the team. I'm just saying they need to push out whoever they have on their team. That Shaft said this now. Need to let him go on and go. Let them go on and go out there. Because he think, now this is Shaft, he think the roster's so bad, it ain't gonna matter who they put out there, they ain't gonna win. He just came by and said, I'm just being honest with you. I'm trying to eat my grits and eat my bacon. He said, it don't even matter who they put out there, Mr. Watts. They're gonna be so bad, they're gonna lose. And you don't want the backlash of them losing go back on Shedeur. Because they're gonna blame the quarterback or the head coach. And that's the way football goes. And I agree with him on that now. But I just can't see the Cleveland Browns going 1-5. I told him that because if you look at the roster, the overall, Miss Crystal Wise Williams, DJH, Coach Dre, when you look at the overall roster, it's not bad. They got 2 good tight ends. They got 2 good young running backs. He said, ho, Mr. Watt, you said the key word. I said, what you mean, Shad? You said they got 2 new running backs, which they are rookies. I said, yeah, just like Shedeur. You don't know how they're going to respond in the big leagues. I said, I said, Shad, you throwing these haymakers in here. I said, you might have me on that. It's hard to play in the NFL depending on rookies. But I said, it's the offensive line. Everybody keep telling me that G. Bush them said the offensive line is real good, though, big dog. He said, might be. But still, Shedeur need to wait around to the 6 or 7 game. I said, okay, you sound like Uncle Steve. You sound like JR. I said, okay. And watch this, folks. Watch this, family. Stay with me now. Stay with me and hit that like button, subscribe, super chat, Cash App, and join the membership. Do it all at the same time. Most important, share the video and stay with me on this. I got home and ran across Twitter because I missed today's shows. And this the video I want to share with you what I ran into. And they were saying the same thing. They former NFL players. And here it go. Hang with me and listen to this for about a minute and 50. Once again, people keep telling me, and I keep running across these videos that Kenny Pickett. Now, at first, when we first started this thing, I did say Kenny Pickett because I really believe they're going to get rid of Joe Flacco, y'all. You might as well hold on. I know a lot of people saying Joe Flacco going to start. They going to get rid of Joe Flacco. They're going to get rid of him. I don't care what he know about that offense. They know Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders know that offense too. They just haven't played in it. They're going to get rid of Joe Flacco. One way or the other, they're going to trade him or they're going to cut him. Mark my word. I'm probably the only one saying that. They're going to get rid of Joe Flacco. You can take that to the bank. He don't bring nothing to the table. Everybody keep talking about he got a big arm. He ain't got no big legs. His legs can't move. He 41 years old, soon will be 42. You got 28 years old going to be chasing him. We'll pass on. Trying to send his behind to that medical tent. And guess what? When you do the history of the Cleveland Browns for the last 5 years, Wayne Hood, I Love CC, Phyllis Smith, Crystal Nash Williams, Crystal Wise Williams, when you Google Cleveland Brown for the last 5 years, Wayne Hood, not one quarterback has played over 5 games. Starting out. Whoever started, they didn't last 5 games. Maybe that says something about the offensive line. Maybe that says something about the quarterback. Maybe that says something about the coaching staff. But for the last 5 years, I don't did my research. The starting quarterback haven't lasted over 5 games. I'm just saying. They haven't lasted over 5 games, family. Every year, they don't play 4 different quarterbacks. 4. A franchise. Now, the owner, Jimmy Haslam, I don't think he's been owning this team long. I really don't. I got to do more research on that. I don't want to put out no false information. Only thing I just want to know is I'm trying to predict when Shedeur Sanders will be the Cleveland Brown QB1. Or will he get traded or cut? That's all I want to know, family. When? Let me know in the chat. The when. I might not read it now, but tonight I'll go back and look at it and see what you had to say. Because I'm trying to get this show off. All right. Just got a text message. Latest night from the boss lady. Latest night is January the 5th. So let Miss Smith know who all want to be on the show. Latest night, Saturday after July the 4th, July the 5th. Let Miss Smith know who want to be on the panel with her. It's y'all night. All right. Only thing I'm trying to figure out, Wayne Hood. Wayne Hood, man, you can talk. Look, Doc, I just want to know, where does my dog, my boy, when will he, Diane Brown, when will he, ex in the cut, make his debut as QB1? I want him the first game. I hear everybody else. I don't think we're going to go no 1-5. I don't think we're going to go no 4, no 2-3. I just don't. Not with Shedeur up there, we ain't. Not when Shedeur quarterback. Be watched. Slow down, be watched. You need to find out what they got. Well, the other team going to have to find out what they got. They going to have, if Shedeur Sanders know that playbook in and out and know how to make his checks and can identify that Mike linebacker and look at that defense to see if they in a cover 2 or a cover 3 and get to the line of scrimmage, and the play that he can called in the huddle, if he can check out of it and get to another play in a timely manner, I want Shedeur. Because I'm telling you right now, with a 77 pass percentage rating quarterback, I like my chance with Shedeur. Getting that ball to the right person. That's just me. I'm with that. I want Shedeur. Game 1. Because guess what? Cincinnati is the first game. Their defense ain't all that. They slipping too. Because one thing, you catch a team that's supposed to be good, if you can catch them right, especially early part of the season, you can beat them. If you got a good quarterback and a good defense and a good running game, you can beat them. Because their offense is not up to par either. It's just not. Their defense are not up to par either. They don't know what they got in that first game. You can sneak up and get them. And then you turn around and get ready to go to Baltimore with Shedeur with a chip on his shoulder, ready to rock and roll against Lamar Jackson. Because you already know he ain't accurate either. We know he ain't accurate. He can run, but he's not accurate. He's not accurate with that football. History done showed me that. I don't care about that MVP talk. History done showed me Lamar Jackson is not accurate with that football. And if Shedeur is on his game, coming off that first win, we got a good chance going in there and beat them with Shedeur. Now, with the other quarterback, I ain't with that. I'm not with that. Because you sit here and tell me you want to play Shedeur in the 7th or 8th game and you 1-7 or 0-8, what you playing for? Your teammates don't quit on you. The rest of the team don't quit. They ain't got nothing to prove. Myles Garrett don't even want to be a part of the team. He already done went to the owner and told him, y'all trade me because you don't want to win. So if you 0-8 0-8 or 1-7. And you want to throw Shedeur out there? Nah, bro. Not me. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. Yeah, y'all gonna stop playing with 12. Now you put the other guy out there. You put him out there. Now I'm planning to go to the Super Bowl. I'm planning to go to the playoff. That's what I'm planning for. Talk that trash, 12. Don't let them treat you like that. Respect me. Respect me. And guess what? Guess what? Ryan Clark was right again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ryan Clark, a former NFL safety of the Pittsburgh Steelers, was right again.
Maybe it's my algorithm, but I see Shiloh and Shedeur more than I've ever seen any undrafted guy or fifth-round guy on social media in the history of Instagram, Threads, Twitter, X, whatever it is. Like, those dudes are everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Because of their last name and because of who their dad is and because of their play on the field. Because they tried to break him. The NFL tried to break Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, and Coach Prime during that NFL draft. But I got news for you. You cannot break Wayne Hood. I love CC. You cannot break what you didn't build. The devil is a lie. You cannot break what you didn't build. See, the NFL didn't build Shiloh and Shedeur. Coach Prime built them. Oh, yeah, them head boys. Yeah, they the only coach he done had. They tried to break my dog on live TV for 3 days during that NFL draft, but they couldn't. They can't break him. Why? Because they didn't make him. Coach Prime made Shedeur. Coach Prime made Shiloh and Bucket them. He made them, and they tried to break him. They tried to break him. Say, hey, you ain't the Mannings. You ain't the Mannings. Yeah. This ain't Colorado. Colorado let you do what you want to do. Colorado is a 1-11 college football team. The NFL is not. They tried to break him. They tried to break my dog. But once again, NFL, you cannot break what you didn't make. Coach Prime made Shedeur. Coach Prime made Shiloh. And that's why they looking good right now. That's why their teammates love him. That's why the coaching staff that you hired saying, boy, out of all my 15 years, I ain't never seen a player come out and dominate mandatory minicamp like you had. Oh yeah. I have never, I love CC. I have never seen anyone to come out and dominate a mandatory minicamp like you had. Shedeur Sanders. He's him. He is him. And don't let nobody fool you that. And I believe he's going to be QB1. Now, when I think I would like to see him game 1. That's just me. I don't want to see no Flacco because I won't be watching the game. I don't want to see no Kenny Pickett. I will not be watching Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel, I do not want to see them. I would not be watching that game. I just ain't. I ain't got time for that. That ain't what I signed up for. I signed up for Shedeur Sanders because he the best quarterback on your team. And that's what I want to see. And Zach Jackson told you when he went out there.
Did one of the two look better to you in what they were asked to do than the other?
In just throwing the ball, it's not close. Shedeur Sanders.
It's not close either.
Close. No.
Wow, that's okay. Now that's news.
That's news. But when it comes,
shocked him. Asked him a question and he answered it and he said, "Wow." He thought he was gonna say Dylan Gabriel. Nah, he said it ain't no question. Shedeur Sanders. Yeah. And the only thing he could say was, "Wow." Wow. Why did he say wow, B. Watt? He told him the truth. And the owner. And another thing, this just came out. It just came out. Let me see, do I have that article? Right here. Bam. I want you. Just came out, hot off the press. Just came out. Cleveland 19 News. Ohio Senate House approved budget with a plan to give the Cleveland Browns $600 million for that dome that you see in the background. $600 million. You really think they ain't trying to go in there with Shedeur Sanders? They need somebody to help pay for this thing. They need to raise somebody's taxes so keep somebody energized to go pay for this big old beautiful facility that they're owning for the bill. They going to the Senate, the House approved a budget with plans to give the Cleveland Browns $600 million to help them build that stadium. That stadium. Politics is in this thing too, y'all. Politics gonna make some decisions about this thing too. You think them senators ain't been talking to their owner, trying to figure out what's the plan? You really don't think they gonna do that? Okay, now. As a matter of fact, just you in case, they don't post the video of what the facility gotta look. You know somebody already done sent me the miss. Y'all send me so much stuff. I ain't got time to read. If I miss something, it's because y'all send me so much stuff. It ain't just y'all. People from Cleveland, G-Dum, all of them. They send me so much stuff. I said, dog, boy, it's a beautiful stadium. Here it go right here. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones ain't got nothing on that right there, y'all. The Texas, that stadium that Jerry Jones built, ain't gonna have nothing on this. This dude, that owner right there, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about that owner. That owner legit, y'all. Yeah, he legit, man. You're a bad dude, y'all. Do your history on him. Him and his wife, Miss D. They're gonna be some tough cats now. And you know they're gonna need a quarterback to pack that thing out. Yeah, they really, you see the media is on Cleveland Cavaliers right now about why they didn't try to trade for Kevin Durant. They wanted him because this right here, what I just showed you, coming. It coming for hockey, it coming for the basketball team and the football team. You need some stars to pack them places out. You need some stars with some big names to pack those facilities out. But once again, I just want to know, when is my dog going to be QB1 for the Cleveland Browns? That's what I want to know. I'm predicting game one. Game one. He going to show out at them practices against the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. I'm not even worrying about the preseason game. It's them practices against those two teams. I think they practice them two times against Philadelphia, 2 times against Carolina. And when they put Shedeur out there, it don't matter if he's running with the fourth or whatever. He going to turn up, and the word going to get out. And the owner going to see it. And the teammates going to see it. Shedeur Sanders going to get out there and show out. They're going to have to make a decision. They have to make a decision. He's going to look way better than Joe Flacco. He's going to look way better than Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel. Only thing, Shedeur just got to know that playbook. And if you know that playbook, Wayne Hood, is over. It's over. Because history have shown me that he going to complete more passes than Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel. He going to throw more touchdowns because he can push the ball down the field. He's the best pocket passing quarterback that was in the draft and on this Cleveland Brown football team. Shedeur Sanders. He's him. He is a dog. They tried to break him, but you cannot break what you did not make. They tried to break Shedeur Sanders, but they missed. He's still out there working. He's still first player in the building, last player to leave, per the head coach, Kevin Stefanski. We seen him working after practice with different wide receivers. We done heard what the players are saying about him inside the building and in the locker room. We done heard what the coaching staff are saying about Shedeur, because everybody want to know and hear about the progress of Shedeur. They don't want to talk about no Joe Flacco, nobody but Mary and Tony G. They don't want to hear nothing about no Kenny Pickett. They don't want to hear nothing about no Dylan Gabriel, because they know who's the savior. They know who's the golden child. They know who's QB1, and it should do a sentence. I just want to know when he's going to make his debut. Will it be game one? That's the part I want to know. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I thank everybody for tuning in. If you don't mind, just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. All right? And I appreciate you. Join the membership. Join the membership. Join the membership. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. QB1, Shedeur Sanders, game one against Cincinnati. I'm expecting that, and I want to see that. July the 18th, I don't know where he's going to go in at on the depth chart. It don't matter. But by the time we get through with them scrimmages, he need to be on top of that depth chart. We did not come to Cleveland to be no bag of quarterback. You tried to break him, but you didn't make him. God made him. And his father coached him to be the quarterback and the person and the player that he is. Undisputed. Undisputed. He's the champ. Once again, let me get in him to the chat. All right, chat, let's start this thing over. I know some of y'all probably said, man, we already answered that question. All right, here we go. Y'all know how I am about that chat, man, when I'm on. Don't forget, July the 5th, contact Miss Phyllis Smith. Contact her. Let her know. The females, she need 3. 3. Let her know. It's ladies' night. Y'all been asking about it, Val C. So y'all need to let her know. July the 5th at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. That's Saturday. Eastern time. All right? Once again, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I got to switch this thing. I got to switch over. All right? I got to switch over. I got to get my CU Buff talk in. All right? I got to get my CU Buff talking. All right. Colorado football team. They had a player that committed. They had one committed yesterday, and they had one. They flipped today. Coach Prime's still out there working. I saw him out there walking today. He posted a picture trying to get his strength back up. DNVR, Jake. I seen him on his Twitter. He announced the 2026 3-star cornerback, Maurice Wilson, has flipped from Liberty, where Kay Salter came from, to Colorado. Colorado picked up their second 2026 cornerback commit in as many days. Congratulations to Coach Prime and his staff. Congratulations to the cornerback Maurice Williams. He will be a buff, and I'm glad to see that. Coach Prime out there still recruiting to let you know he getting ready. He getting ready. And when you look at Coach Swayze and Track Hawk in that weight room,
it's just
up in that weight.
It's just fun. I don't need no spot. I don't need no spot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good job. Mike is there. You ain't leaving me in the dust. He said I'm gonna be the big shit. Come on, Mike. Come on. Yeah, don't lose that. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come on. Yes, sir. Hey, hit that bitch again. Let's go. Good job, baby. Way to work.
Once again, Track Hawk, that's one of the running backs that they have coming in. That dude's strong, y'all. He's strong now. He done throwing them weights around like it ain't nothing. And then you got this linebacker room. Keep underestimating J.R. Boxer. Keep underestimating my dog, Coach Hart. Coach Hart got a linebacker room. Ain't gonna want it now. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'm Reggie Hughes, man, from Tunica, Mississippi. Just transferred from Jacksonville State, and we finna do some good stuff for the Buffs this year. This man, Trey Walker, 5-star, freshman, linebacker. Here go a real dog. We call him JB, but his real name Jeremiah. He don't want nobody to know that. We got a man baby over there.
Hey, that's Hope.
Real man baby.
Big K Solid here. The biggest.
And we the ones that crush weight. Look at everybody else, boy, and look at our boy. We crush weight over here. Sean Myers, new transfer from North Alabama. He on that. We finna stand on all the business, must get stood on. My feet hurt.
He grew up putting TRT in his baby formula. Grew up drinking muscle milk before he even got breastfed. Texas boys don't need talk. We were born in the weight room. I'm gonna put something on this back this year. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that one. Hey! Somebody's gotta do it, Red. Somebody's gotta do it. Come on. There you go. These my boys, man. They gonna protect me. He's my bodyguard. He's my linebacker. It's a baby, man. Come on. Don't let that drop. Come on. Barely made it.
Once again, that weight, hey, them linebackers in that weight room, y'all. Them linebackers in that weight room, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all now. I'm trying to tell you that they in that weight room putting that work in. Let's see. Miss Kimberly Nash Williams said, I'm here, but since I had so much to say this morning, I'm going to be less vulgar this day. Yeah, you had a lot to say. Yeah. I appreciate that, though. I appreciate that. You kind of rough on me this morning, but I'll be back in the morning. I ain't dodging no smoke. at all, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. And I'll be back at 8 o'clock in the morning. Be back again at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is what it is. Michael Lockhart, what's going on, bro? And don't mention the Giants GM daughter gave them a heads up on Jackson Dart too, and she was friends with the offensive coordinator's son at the Atlanta who did the prank call. Wow. I didn't know that, bro. Appreciate that information, man. Yeah, so A. Wilson, what's going on? If they don't start him, the team will need Shedeur eventually to satisfy the fan base and fall out from the others, past players, existing players. I agree. I agree. Yeah, they're gonna need him at some point of the year now. That they history have shown me that they have not had a quarterback that can last all 17. It's a long season. It's a long season. SB said, you know the agenda keeps Shedeur as the 5th round draft pick, which makes him the number 2 or the number 3 quarterback on the depth chart. Dallin is the golden child before Shedeur. We're gonna see, but that's how they're trying to paint that picture. SB, they're trying to paint that picture the same way. RD, contact me when you want to have a panel discussion. I'm on my way to bed now. Good night. Okay, RD, Miss Phyllis. I hope you got the information. She said RD said contact her. Nah, Kimberly, Pop Josh. I'm somebody. What the hell this shit is? I can't say what CC be saying. They'll find me on here. They'll find me. We are playing the long game. We playing the long game. All right. We're gonna see. Head coach never wanted it to be fair. If Shedeur was looking bad, they will have gave him all the first team reps. Yeah, you right. Yeah. Mr. Miami, you might have a point there, big dog. You might have a good point there. Let's see. Whoever number they wanted to call him Shedeur balls, they can't deny. Training camp gonna show this chess, not checkers. Yeah, she always, yes. I can read her stuff, but I can't put her stuff up here because she be going in there. Yeah, I don't want to get fined no more. What's up, Red? B Watts. Peace to the chat. Yeah. Appreciate that. There's one of the moves, a hot mess. When it say a hot mess. Miss Crystal Wise Williams said they know. They know. Yeah, they know. They should know. When has Cleveland done right by a quarterback? Watts. Cleveland has no common sense. They do not want to look stupid by putting Shedeur before Dylan Gabriel. Are they going to do it right by Shedeur? No. Yeah. That's what it just looked like. He just came out. If he had just came out and told the truth at the press conference, and I know you got to make everything competitive, but if you really want going to give everybody the opportunity to be QB1, I know he got to try to keep the morale up on in the quarterback room. But when Shedeur is out there doing what he do, and he looked the best at that quarterback position, you shouldn't be able to deny him. You should not be able to deny him. If Kenny Pickett starts, you know that the Browns are tanking to select another quarterback next year. DJH. I think, now this is my take. I think is Kenny Pickett starts, Kevin Stefanski is trying to save his job because he got to go with a vet. If they done told Kevin Stefanski, you good for next year and 2 to 3 years, that'll let me know he can start a rookie quarterback because his job is secure. That means he'll have time to develop Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel if they start. That's where I'm at right now. If Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel start, they don't gave the head coach confidence that he's gonna be there next year. They don't tell him we're gonna bring you back. We're gonna give you 2 or 3 years to develop them 2 quarterbacks. They roll out there with Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. He trying to save his job because that general manager, he gonna fire him. He gonna fire. And then that owner, you don't watch him. He'll fire both of them. He will fire. This situation could end up just like the Dallas Mavericks. Ooh, big why you say the Dallas Mavericks? Both teams got a African American GM. Dallas Mavericks GM traded away the prodigal son and Luka Donovan to the Los Angeles Lakers. You know the story. You follow. They was on his head left and right. They was out there toting casts up down the street. I'm just trying to tell you that he's an African. He messed around and got rid of Luka Dunham, and they want him. If they could have hung him, they would have hung him. They would have hung him, Wayne Hood, that general manager for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, 3 months is gone. They don't forget all about it. You know why? Because they got the number 1 pick in the draft, and they finna draft somebody that look like who? Okay, then. Cooper Flag, right? He's the replacement. Now, all that mess that they were talking about doing, now they praise him. I've been trying to tell you, this is going to be the same situation. They got a Cleveland Brown, got an African-American male at their GM. You watch how that thing go down. They're going to be calling for his head. They're going to be calling for his head. But as soon as he puts you do it now, you're going to be all right. Watch see. Watch see. Watch see. Same thing, man. It's the same thing. Same thing. But the going off Pickett was the first round draft pick when he entered NFL. Yeah, he was a first round draft pick. I think the 20th overall pick, Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh made a mistake. And then 2 years they got rid of him. He ain't all that. He couldn't get away from them linebackers. He couldn't not get away from them defensive tackles. He couldn't get away from them linebackers. He was slow on his feet. And them players told the coach, Pittsburgh Steelers players told the coach, either he go or we going. He had all those top-notch wide receivers. Every year, the Pittsburgh always had 2 good wide receivers, but they never could keep them because they didn't have a quarterback. They wanted out of there. They wanted away from Mike Tomlin and the quarterback situation that they had. Kenny Pickett. They signed him to Philadelphia. After 1 year, Philadelphia got rid of him. Man, we don't even want you to bag up our quarterback. But this Shedeur Sanders thing gonna go down just like Russell Wilson did when he was with the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks drafted Russell Wilson from Wisconsin after they had signed it Mike Flynn, the quarterback. Flynn was Pete Carroll's number 1 choice. Number 1 choice, number 1 quarterback, got the big time contract, and they brought Russell Wilson in from the draft. And guess what? They started out with Russell Wilson at the bottom of the depth chart, and he worked his way up by putting that work in, just like Shedeur Sanders doing. And when they got to them scrimmage games against the 2 teams before the preseason, Russell Wilson had worked his way up to be the number 2 quarterback on the depth chart, right behind Flynn. And they messed around and got into the preseason game. The first 2 preseason games, Mike Flynn, the quarterback, was out there. But guess what? They put Russell Wilson in and went in there and lit them up. The first game he threw, I want to say he threw for, I think he was 4-1. 4 TDs and 1 interception. Yeah, 4 TDs and 1 interception. They had to. Pete Carroll made that switch by game 1 with Russell Wilson. But Mike Flynn had to be the number 2, the highest paid player, quarterback on the team. But he couldn't get the start over Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson looked at too good passing the ball better than Flynn. And the teammates said, we want Wilson, Wayne Hood. And they went with it. This was going to happen the same way. Shedeur Sanders going to go out there and ball out. He's going to go out there and ball out. They ain't going to have a choice. They're not going to have a choice but to play Shedeur Sanders at QB1. That's how it's going to go down. You can take it to the bank. I never lied to you. Never. I seen that this morning. If Shady McCoy didn't say nothing, so I still think Shady should do going to say, yeah, I said the same thing. DJ H, 1 hit and Flacco on gone, medical tent. He can't take it. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't play him. They probably ain't gonna play him during them scrimmage games. They probably not. They gonna play Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. first. But they're going to put Flacco with Shedeur, and Shedeur ought to be eating that knowledge up. I mean, eating it up. Everything that Joe Flacco know about the NFL, Shedeur ought to be talking to him. Say, hey, what happened? What I need to look for here? What do I need to look for here? What I don't need to do? That's what y'all be doing. Hey, I'm stuck on this playbook right here. Since they want to put them together, yeah. Get all that knowledge that you can. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Don't forget, ladies' night, July the 5th. Need to contact Miss Phyllis Smith if you want to be a part of the show. All right, can't have no more than 4. All right. Hey, family, I'm out of here. See you at 8 o'clock in the morning. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Once again, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Thank you for everything that you have done. I really do. I really do. Yeah, I really do. I do. But once again, hey, it's been a good night. Thank y'all for helping me grow my channel. If it wasn't for y'all, this channel would not be as successful as it is. And we still got room to grow, and we are headed in the right direction. Only been doing this a year. Most content creators got me over 4 or 5 years. I get that. But hey, I like where I'm at. And I will not be where I am. It's one for you all. You don't have to be in the chat, even if you haven't responded in the comment section. By just showing your presence and just hear what I got to say mean a lot to me. If it wasn't for you, Sports Talk will never be where it's at right now, and we're striving to be the best at what we do. All right? Once again, may God continue to bless you as well as your entire family, spiritually, educational, and financially, that you may be the person and that your family may be the family that God wants you to be. Once again, good night, and thank you for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. And I appreciate each one of you. I really do. All right? Good night.
We out here in Tampa, we got to be careful crossing the street, especially if Shedeur's out here.
He don't even know I'm saying this, but me and him gonna have like a little collab Friday. But whenever I get back, Saturday, Sunday, I say he gotta watch me when he crossing the road. Like, come on, bro. You can't be showing your own brother, bro. That was funny though. That was definitely funny when he said that. Like the situation was.
His 12th touchdown catch of the season.
Y'all gonna stop talking about Cleveland. Y'all gonna stop talking about Cleveland. We still got Shedeur, arguably the best quarterback in this draft, and he headed to Cleveland, and he loved Jesus. The family is saved. Send him to the Word Church, Dion. We'll take care of him. We got him. Let's go! Go Browns! Go Browns! Ah!
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way.
Who else wants some? They say my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit.